Newsline here on ELBC Radio for the next 1 hour. It's news from Liberia and other parts of the world. I'm Jab Davis presenting on this Thursday, February 19, 2026. In our top stories, President Joseph Boakai commissions refurbished laboratories at Liberia Standards Authority. Former Voice of America correspondent Winston Mobo calls on Liberian journalists to recommit to ethics. Government dismisses reports regarding payment of salaries and benefits for personnel serving in diplomatic missions abroad. And in foreign news, United Nations mission accuses Sudan forces of genocide in devastation of Al-Fashar. We have the details of all of these developments plus our regular features, including sports, the weather update, Liberian English, and the French version of the news, all packaged on this edition of the program. First, Nakita Roberts with a bulletin of news.
President Joseph Boakai has launched and commissioned the refurbished laboratories at the Liberia Standards Authority. The facilities are expected to improve the standards of food, beverages, and other essential products on the Liberian market. President Boakai, speaking at the ceremony, said the facilities will boost the economy and safeguard the production of quality products across the country. The president emphasized the need for authorities at the Liberia Standards Authority to remain vigilant in ensuring the mandate of the dedicated facilities is achieved. President Boakai reaffirmed government's commitment to supporting initiatives that promote and upgrade the livelihood of all citizens. According to him, the government stands ready to collaborate with partners in the construction of not only quality but also durable facilities that meet international best practices. European Union Ambassador Nona Deprez has commended Liberia for its commitment to strengthening its food control systems. Ambassador Deprez noted that the EU will work with the Liberian government to foster a conducive business environment. The EU ambassador noted that the European body remains firm on building a robust food system that protects consumers, facilitates trade, and drives economic growth. She spoke Thursday in Monrovia at the launch and commissioning of the newly refurbished Liberia Standards Authority. Ambassador Deprez described the commissioning of the institution as timely as Liberia prepares for the Liberia EU Business Forum in Brussels. Two ambassadors designates have also presented their letters of credence to President Joseph Boakai. They are Maki Vegstad of the Kingdom of Norway and Abilati Guan of Algeria. President Boakai, during the presentations, expressed Liberia's commitment to strengthening bilateral ties with countries that support Liberia's advancement. For their part, the ambassador-designate reaffirms their commitment to building stronger ties that work in the interest of both nations. The Foreign Ministry has clarified what it calls misinformation circulating on social media regarding the payment of salaries and benefits for personnel serving in Liberia's stated diplomatic missions abroad. Contrary to recent reports, the ministry confirms that salary disbursement to foreign service employees are processed on a regular basis. While isolated administrative delays impacted a limited number of payments between October and December 2025, the Foreign Ministry announced those issues have since been fully addressed, according to a release. To ensure a lasting resolution and prevent future disruptions, the Ministries of Foreign Affairs and Finance convened a high-level joint working session on February 17, 2026. The meeting was held to trace the root cause of the bottlenecks and strengthen the payment pipeline. The review identified that Liberia's mission in Brussels experienced particular difficulties after 4 separate payments processed in October 2025 were returned to the Central Bank of Liberia on 3 occasions. Meanwhile, investigation has attributed the failed transaction to transmission misalignment linked to recently upgraded SWIFT banking protocols. In a response, both ministries have agreed to revise payment processing timelines and reinforce inter-ministerial coordination to better manage discrepancies that may arise between international banking systems. The foreign minister, in a statement, expressed gratitude to the Minister of Finance and his team for their swift and collaborative response. The ministry said their engagement reflects the government's broader commitment to operational efficiency and international effectiveness. The Foreign Ministry reaffirmed government's unwavering commitment to ensuring the timely payment of salaries and benefits for all members of foreign service. A former Liberian journalist and former correspondent for Voice of America, Winston Mumbo, has called on members of the Liberian media to recommit themselves to the core principle of journalistic ethics. Mr. Mumbo emphasized integrity, independence, and accuracy in news reporting. Speaking Wednesday as a guest lecturer at the Joe Mobile Center for Journalism and Public Relations in the Department of Communications and Media Studies at the University of Liberia, Mumbo stressed that ethical discipline is the foundation of credible journalism. He underscored that one of the fundamental values of the profession is the willingness to listen carefully, verify facts thoroughly, and ensure balance before publishing any report. According to him, accuracy and fairness are not optional standards, but essential obligations that safeguard public trust and strengthen democratic accountability. Mumbo also cautioned journalists against cultivating close personal relationships with public officials and prominent figures that they are assigned to cover, saying that such associations can compromise objectivity and erode credibility. He noted that a journalist's primary duty is to tell the truth to the public, adding that maintaining professional distance is critical in preserving independence and integrity. The government of Liberia has described the just ended ECOWAS statutory meeting hosted in Monrovia as successful. According to heads of the statutory agencies of the meeting, a significant agreement was made between the central banks of Liberia and Ghana on capacity building and exchange programs to improve economic stability. The officials also noted that the ECOWAS statutory meeting deepened regional collaboration and supervisory standards. They emphasized the importance of harmonized supervisory standards to ensure financial stability in the region. The ECOWAS officials further stressed that the meeting brought a renewed mindset and the ability to learn from other countries through peer learning for mutual progress. Meanwhile, the heads of the statutory agencies at the just ended ECOWAS statutory meeting highlighted the inflow of resources into the country's economy, with Liberia heading major areas. The European Union and Liberia Business Forum is expected to take place in Brussels, the capital of Belgium, next week. The forum is expected to bring together EU investors, entrepreneurs, and several government sectors from Liberia, among others. Information Minister Jeremy Pierre disclosed the forum will open avenue for job creation, expand the economy, and sell the country's image internationally. He was speaking Thursday at the Ministry of Information regular press briefing in Monrovia. Minister Pierre noted that the forum will help improve Liberia's business environment. The Ministry of Agriculture has launched its 5-year strategic plan to transform agriculture into a modern, productive, and sustainable engine for Liberia's economic growth. According to Agriculture Minister Dr. Alexander Nuta, the instrument is a national commitment that aims to ensure Liberia feeds itself, creates opportunities, and builds a resilient agricultural economy for future generations. Speaking at the launching ceremony, Minister Nota called on development partners, the private sector, civil society, and farmers to work collaboratively for the full implementation of the strategic plan.
This government is committed under His Excellency Joseph Yuma Boakai to transforming, modernizing, and opening new opportunities in agriculture for the nation's prosperity. We need your participation.
Funded by the International Fund for Agricultural Development, the MOA's strategic plan outlined increased domestic food production, expanded mechanization centers, unlocked agri-business opportunities, among others. The instrument also talked about youth and women empowerment, enhanced climate resilience, and reformed agricultural institutions to deliver results for farmers. Meanwhile, International Fund for Agricultural Development Country Director Pascaline Barakiba has reaffirmed the entity's continual partnership with Liberia. According to Madam Barakida, for institutions support for the development of Liberia's strategic plan and is committed to strengthening agricultural transformation efforts across the country. She noted that the effort is committed to supporting the Liberian government and delivering inclusive and climate-resilient agricultural development that benefits smallholder farmers, women, and youth.
This strategic plan addresses these constraints through the stronger coordination, improved governance, and a results-focused institutional framework.
The AFAR country director said the strategic plan plays a critical operational role in translating Liberia's national agricultural vision into clear institutional direction. Madam Barakimba noted that the instrument aligns priorities, strengthen accountability, and result-oriented implementation, serving as a bridge between policy ambition and effective delivery. The United Methodist Church UMC has commenced its 193 annual conference in Greenville, Sano County. The conference is focusing on reviewing and evaluating the church's activities over the year. Speaking to ELBC on Thursday, the conference leader, Dr. Tobert Yenswa, disclosed that the gathering includes the launch of a new strategic plan. According to Dr. Yenswa, the plan will cover 10 different areas emphasizing evangelism and community services. He stressed that the conference highlights the church's role in community development and its collaboration with other religious organizations. Dr. Yenswa noted that the UMC operates 5 mission stations, schools, hospitals, and agricultural projects. And the Justice Ministry has warned against the use of sirens by unauthorized persons for purpose unrelated to emergency response. The ministry in a release says such acts constitute a direct violation of the Vehicle and Traffic Law of Liberia and undermines public safety, traffic discipline, and the credibility of legitimate emergency services. It further states that the law provides that only authorized police vehicles, fire service vehicles, and other duly designated emergency or official vehicles may operate sirens. Sirens, according to the Justice Ministry, are restricted to law enforcement agencies to be used in emergency situations, including response to fire alarms, emergency calls, immediate pursuit of suspected offenders, and other legitimate emergency operations. The ministry clarified that only public officials named in the amended section of the Vehicle and Traffic Law are allowed to use sirens.
Nikita Roberts and the News Bulletin. You're listening to Newsline on ELBC Radio. One of the top stories on this afternoon's edition of the program: government dismisses reports regarding payment of salaries and benefits for personnel serving in diplomatic missions abroad. That story comes up later. Well, President Joseph Boakai earlier today launched and commissioned the refurbished laboratories at the Liberia Standards Authority. The facilities are expected to improve the standards of food, beverages, and other essential products on the Liberian market. President Boakai, speaking at the ceremony, said the facilities will boost the economy and safeguard the production of quality products across the country.
Today we are here to launch this